All right. Good morning. She was back with a bit of Xenosaga. Uh, okay. Okay, this is where I left off. I think the place where I'm soloing with Junior. All right. I guess I'll wait for like until it reaches the 3 minute mark on stream. Then I will start. God damn! Just woke up again. Maybe I should just stay in this screen for a while. So at least there's OST. Can't wait to play again. All right, there we go. That's 3 minutes. All right. Okay, let's get into it. Anyways, even though I did mention I was gonna stream a bit earlier today on Discord, but I overslept. Sorry about that. God dang it. Anyways, about the story. So far, Xion and the others infiltrated the Omega system in order to destroy it. Xion and the others. Oh yeah. Once it Once in its core, they again confronted the patriarch. I don't even know what that means. Suddenly, Albedo appeared before them. He attempted to make contact with Udu, but was annihilated by the overwhelming power of Proto Omega. Junior viciously attacked the patriarch to avenge Albedo. When the battle was nearly over, the robed figure of Testament appeared. I don't even know what role the Testament played. I think they only appeared like very few times throughout the story and brought Albedo back. The revived Albedo made contact with Udu, and his desires were finally fulfilled. All right. I'm trying to remember like where I left off. Oh yeah. I think previously, like just before this part, we should have like free reign walking around Elsa and also Durandal. And also heading back to, I think there was a choice heading back to crap, Kukai Foundation or even, oh crap, what was the other one? I don't remember the name. I just woke up. I think Kukai Foundation and also yeah, Second Milsha. So, but then I didn't really talk to like any of the characters because I was rushing to look for a save point before this, if I recall correctly. So, because I can't recall where to find a save point, we're kind of locked into the story. We can't really go for anywhere else. And I can't get back into the Elsa and all that, so I can't really search for a save point. So I had to like continue the story, and it locked me up to this point. Anyways, this I will be soloing with Junior. So I am unsure if this is the final dungeon or not. But anyways, let's go, baby. I think we're at a decent level, and we did gain a shit ton of points after fighting the old church dude. I think it was 8,000 points. It was a ×4 point, if I recall. So that's really good. Since we do have that amount of points, I feel like I want to get the status resist. Because fuck the status resistance, man, in the game. It's pretty damn brutal. The status affliction in the game. Alright, let's see. The problem is, I don't know if it tells you like if it tells you whether like what's your current status resistance. I'm not sure if we can check that. I don't think so. Since this is already the status page, I don't think it tells us, sadly. I'm really considering whether if I should get the double parameter status for the equipped skills, along with the 30% status resistance, or if we should just get to make things easier, we can just get the expansion pack along with the combo boost. The combo boost is honestly not bad. Like, at least we wouldn't waste some few turns. It's kind of critical in some conditions. Since the combo boost helps us to boost even though the character's face is on the board. It does help though. Okay. That also means we are able to boost when we're alone. Like in this case, in this scenario. Okay. I think I might do that, honestly. A bit sad on wasting that 2000 plus CP though. And the expansion pack, let's see. Okay. Wait. The status resistance as well. That's good shit. Duration of status effect ×2. This one is decent, but I don't know if I want to switch it up with other equipped skills though. Let's see here. Oopsie. There we go. Combo boost and first combo. Since we know the double parameter effects doesn't work on combo boost, I would assume it doesn't work on like combo boost as well. Well, not that it will work. I don't think it will make sense with the description it has. Maybe it will work with the ST one, but I don't think there's any way to know for sure though. I think it's fine as it is here. So let's just go with that. Okay. You can save again, just in case. We're 30 hours in though. Definitely longer than what Uncle Google mentioned.
I'm glad you came, Rubido. What's the matter? It's unusual to see you alone like this. Aren't your little friends with you?
I can handle settling things. With you by myself.
There's no use pretending. You're scared. Scared you'll abandon them just like you did before. You might even end up letting them all die. That's just like you, you coward. Come. Come to me. That is... assuming your heart can hold up that long.
Okay. Totally forgot. Yeah, I think this is fine. I don't think I'll switch with strength. I don't think the 2 points of defense will make much of a difference at this point. But I'll still prefer to go with the strength instead of it though. And hopefully it'll be fine. Yo, Lisa, what's up? It's been a while. How are you doing, man? I just woke up.
I'm making graves for Rubido and Negredo. It's just for pretend, though. I'm practicing so that when they die, I won't cry. If I link with Udo again, I wonder if he'll kill me. I hope he will. He is our leader after all.
I wouldn't do anything like that.
Of course you would. That's how you're built. Because we're the anti-existence of Udo.
Wait, so is he like...
Know what the link is like? It's as sweet and seductive as a deal with the devil.
It sounded like he's just searching for a place to die though. That's interesting. Good, and you? Not bad, I guess. I think you already probably know, like, if you've seen the Discord announcement. Not bad, I guess. Just need a bit more time to adjust to everything at the moment. Still getting used to stuff. God. How about you though? Like, I feel like you've been pretty damn busy lately. Super busy with work. I feel like we're going for an...
Don't like you. You're bothering Rubido. Rubido. The way you try and flirt with him. Say something, you mannequin!
What are you doing? Stop it!
Oh, did he really do this?
I hate you. I hate you.
I said stop it!
What? Why are you stopping me? You are so annoying. It's not like you have any real power. The only thing you can do is butter people up. I hated this girl. She was always flirting with you. I'm glad she's dead. I am. Now there's nobody around trying to seduce you.
That's enough! Let go of Sakura! Momo?
No, that's right. There's still that imitation. You're such a pitiful man, Rubido. To think you have to satisfy yourself with this toy.
Albedo, you son of a...
Is this ragdoll important to you? It's too late. She's already been damaged by my own hand.
Stop! Don't say any more!
I enjoyed every minute of it too. You should give it a try yourself, Rubido. I'm sure if it were you, she'd be happy.
I told you to shut up!
I feel like...
hurry up and finish this. When I kill you, I'll have everything. It's so disgusting. I'm sick of you clinging to me like this.
Clinging to me like this. I feel like maybe this scene didn't happen. It's more of just to show us that, like, what Albedo feels, but I feel like maybe that didn't happen. I don't think he punched Sakura in the face like that, right? Not bad. Resumes school and work. Ah, no wonder. How's school though? Is it fine? And work. Oh my god. I don't know how you do it, man. In fact, now I'm not used to like doing two stuff at once. Oh god. I'm probably too spoiled though compared to you. God damn. I feel like I don't have enough sleep at all. I feel like this dungeon, or I don't know if I can even consider it a dungeon. It feels like more of an Albedo lore. And since they're not putting any enemies this time around, probably it's because we're just having one character around. I think they're being pretty damn kind here.
What is this?
Back to the place where they severed the link, I'm assuming.
Yo, Rubido, are you ready to fight now? What? You should just smash it. It shouldn't be a problem for you. Stop it! How long are you gonna keep holding back? Kill him already! Come on!
Oh, the eyes. That's Albedo.
He was always getting in the way. You don't need a loser like him around. Stop it!
Hurry up and kill me.
Stop! Damn it! Not now! Red Dragon mode! The anti-Uno ship! No! No!
And Momo. Oh, Sakura.
Rubido, don't be afraid.
The-
I believe in you, Rubido.
The power of friendship, of course.
I am... Me. I won't give in to it.
Okay, sure. Okay. Beep boop 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 beep boop. Alright. Let's do this. I feel like this how they presented this dungeon, at least the aesthetic of it's pretty epic, but I just feel like the OST doesn't have enough punch, at least for this part. It feels like the final or at least close to final. Aesthetic wise, it does look epic though. This OST isn't enough. It doesn't feel like a final kind of OST. Feel like a chill ass OST, man. Is he naked? I forgot what are these called, like the she's wiser or some shit.
Glad you could make it, Rubido. Take a look at me. I finally acquired what I was missing before.
You're naked without a top.
I may have lost my body, but I feel so much better.
Stop the space-time anomaly, Albedo! There's still time if you do it!
I'm to repent, am I? I think not. As my duty as immortal, I prepared a brand new worldview for mankind. When I temporarily linked with Udu, I climbed the ladder of evolution and saw the leaning tower of culture that humans have struggled to construct. It's not even a tower, really. It's a scaffold of rotting wood, built with meager knowledge and pitiful tools. But a nice guy would tell them the truth, would he not? Hello? You've got it all wrong!
What are you gonna do with this region of space?
Who knows? Perhaps I'll cause a shift and shove this whole dimension into a high-order domain. Don't be afraid. We low-dimension creatures will move en masse to a higher plane. It'll be glorious. The true eternal chain. The fulfillment of that which we lacked. The evolution of mankind and the evolution of the very world itself that watches over us. Happy days are here. They'll name a holiday after me. That is, assuming they even have the concept of holidays on the other side.
Stop! If you don't stop, I'll have to stop you!
Come, my positron. You are an anti-Udu weapon. My heart tingles with anticipation. A weapon need not feel shame for desiring combat. For all we know, humans themselves may be weapons created by the world.
Yo, Albedo looks kind of hot like this. Not to sound gay or something.
I am a weapon! Every cell in my body is aching for a fight! They long to collide with their anti-existence. I probably wanted to fight from the moment we were born!
We think alike, Rubido. I feel exactly the same way. Right now, I'd like to rip you to shreds!
Bring it on! I'm gonna rip you right out of here and drag you back to the Randall!
For real? Mano el mano? Oh boy.
There's no one here to hold us back. Bring it on!
Oh wow, we're really doing this. 1v1. Wait. I remember that skill name. Safety level. Wait a second. Okay, at least in episode 1, safety level is a skill where you can't be killed, you'll be left with 1 HP. I'm not sure about this one though. It doesn't look like it's some kind of debuff that shows an L or a H type. I'm not sure if you can make it go away. But if it's the same safety level skill from episode 1, it should be with the same description. Yeah? It causes not being able to be killed, leaving with 1 HP. Let's see here. Since I don't have any choice, it should be pierced as the weak point.
Ether drive!
AU? Nani the fuck? Okay, sure, I guess.
Give me all you got.
BC? Miracle Star. Okay, this was one of the Ether's non-elemental Ether spell, but I. Oh my lord! Okay. Ouch.
Can't you do anything by yourself?
BC. Obito's tension is lifted up.
Did you already forget how to rip someone apart?
BB?
Give it to me. Fill me with your rage.
Provocation 6. Oh yeah, with the cutscene before this, it feels like. Wait, it turned to CC instead. Oh, so the zone keeps on changing. Interesting. Huh. Alright. It's not like I can down him anyway, so honestly the zone doesn't really matter. Okay. But it feels like from the cutscene earlier, it sounded like he wanted to, I don't know, put this dimension or world into a higher plane of existence or higher plane of dimension or some shit. If that sounds very damn similar to the Xenogears story, where they're supposed to like go into a higher plane of existence or some shit.
Come on, give me more.
Just you wait. Give me a second. I'll be there. Okay.
Give it to me. Fill me with your rage.
She's not attacking anymore. What's happening here?
Ether drive.
Can't you do anything by yourself?
Since the zone changed, maybe the attribute weakness changed as well? Not exactly sure.
Ether drive.
What can a traitor like you do?
Yeah, I guess we should just go for it. $4.2k.
I can feel your heart racing.
Oh, his provocation overrides my boost though. Okay, here's the crit part. Here's the best damage I can do then.
Eat this. Eat this. Eat this.
Jeez.
Did you already forget how to rip someone apart?
500. Not sure if it's enough or not. Oh, he's dead.
Eat this.
Okay.
Oh, this pain feels so good. So good.
Regenerate consciousness. Okay. It's that kind of fight. Let's see. I'm curious whether if he changed like the weakness, maybe? Okay. Nope.
I can still feel my pesh writhing in my hand.
It's just B, you know. Well.
Yes, yes.
I wonder what's the zone for in this case. It's not like I can down him or anything.
Oh, this pain feels so good. So good. Can't you do anything by yourself?
Okay, I'll just stock up.
Come on. What are you waiting for?
It's a weird ass fight, man.
What
Jesus.
can a traitor like you do?
I'm so confused, man. Wait a second. Oh, I just realized he doesn't drop any items though. Interesting.
Disappoint me?
There's
Show
no
me
you.
what you're made of.
There's no Awakening 5 or anything like that. I feel like all the bosses so far they drop the Awakenings. Not sure if that like means anything here.
Come on, what are you waiting for? Come on, what are you waiting for? I can feel your heart racing.
Okay, next turn. There we go. Crit again.
Eat this. Eat this. Eat this.
Okay. Eternal Chain Aura. What's this? Just fighting fate. What a way to put it. Oh crap. Congrats. Thanks a lot. I'm still not used to it though, for sure, but... Well, guess I'll try. It's the only thing I can do. Of course, if you're asking me personally, I would just like to continue gaming all day, all night, but... it's not possible for me to do that, sadly. Wait, is he just dead like that?
Not bad,
There's no way, right?
Rubido.
Albedo, you...
Well, Rubido. Admit it. You enjoyed that, didn't you?
Yeah,
Yeah.
it was fun. My blood danced in my veins. We really are nothing more than instruments of war.
Wait, it feels like... First of all, it feels like he's looking for some place to die. Maybe after he linked with Udo, he's not immortal anymore?
That's not it. We're not foolish because we're tools. It's because we're men. What
the fuck is this?
Huh? You might say this is a release. At least, I won't have to fear losing anyone anymore.
Albedo?
What's with that face?
Okay.
You look like you just lost your best friend, Rubido.
You bastard! You knew all along!
What are you talking about? I can't stand you or Negredo. Rubido, beware of Negredo's shadow. Think why
you
it is
reifly.
he doesn't react to Udo.
Is Yuriev considered a URTV? I'm not sure. Whoa, what the fuck is this?
Hirschwassers?
Oh yeah, that's their name. Kirschwassers. I think this looks like a presentation of the church, the Bible or something.
Look, Rubido. I'm free.
Okay, it gives me the feeling that he's trying to like build up Junior or something, make him stronger or something, so that he can deal with the real threat by using himself or some shit like that. I don't know how to feel about that though.
What's wrong, Rubido?
can't hear it. My right chest. I can't hear my other heartbeat anymore.
Is that why you're crying?
Leave me alone. I just tore away half of my body with my own hands. The me that's here isn't me anymore.
Were you really that weak, Ruby Doe?
Oh, bird.
It's not the Ruby Doe I know.
Who cares? None of that matters anymore.
Get up, Ruby Doe. There are people waiting for you. Don't let them down now. Remember the promise that you made me? Please promise me. Promise you'll come back.
Momo. Sakura, you're right. I promised I'd protect your sister. Didn't I? I couldn't protect my younger brother. But there are still people I care about who I can protect.
That's right, Ruby Doe. That's the Ruby Doe that I love.
Yo.
Thanks.
You did well, Junior.
What the fuck?
Let's go back to the others.
Oh. Why is it what?
Finally,
Why is it chaos
be
suddenly?
able to find peace.
What?
Yes. But this is not the end.
No,
What?
it's just the beginning. A tiny ripple has just been born.
I'm so
The
confused,
world
man.
that surrounds them. One day, that ripple will grow into a large wave, and it will swallow even them.
What? Wait. What? That's it?
Yes. And that's why I want him to rest. Even if his rest is but a short one.
What? Obito just died like that. And Uru just disappeared like that?
Sorry to worry all of you.
Junior! Thank goodness! Oh, you're okay! Oh, I'm so happy.
Yeah, I promised after all. But it was really this guy who saved me. Guess I owe him another one.
This guy who saved me. That's a weird way to say it.
Junior, did you make up with him?
I don't know about that. We were both pretty stubborn. He said he hated me, right to the bitter end.
Oh, I see. So it was just a big family squabble, huh?
Mary, we have a Zohar confirmed at point 3E. Referencing the coordinates with the simulator, there's a 93% probability it's the original that was on Milsha.
Nice work.
What?
Ready to wire the pod for launch. This is our last job. Give it everything you got.
I don't know how to feel about this.
Abnormality in the surrounding space detected.
What? Give me a full report.
Large-scale spatial distortion detected. A large mass is gating out. Mass
I wanna-
estimate increasing. Immeasurable. It's materializing into normal space.
A gnosis?
Oh, what's happening?
You gotta be kidding me. There can't be a gnosis that big.
Jagway, approaching!
His nose is that big?
It's coming.
Maybe the cathedral?
Abel's Ark.
The cathedral ship or something from episode 1, maybe? Abel's Ark. What? Okay, at this point, I don't know what the final boss is anymore. I thought it was gonna be Albedo, man, and Udu. It was hyped up for so long. What the fuck is this? It doesn't even look like a gnosis. What's this? Zohar just blooped into its butt or into its butthole or something.
It's been a long time.
What?
Yeshua.
What?
I'm pleased that you've come,
Yeshua.
but didn't you say you weren't going to intervene?
I've made up my mind. I won't hold back anymore.
What?
That's wonderful. I'm thrilled that you'll finally be entering the stage.
What? Is she like no? Is chaos considered a gnosis or something? Oh wait, what? Wait, what the? Wait, what the fuck? That's the end? Nah. No way. Okay. The starting of that
Mary!
just. Oh.
Come here a second. Listen, think it'd be okay if I kept a dog on the bridge?
A dog?
Hey, come here, boy.
Is it like an embodiment of albedo or
His
something?
name's Albie. He's an albino, so Albie.
Here we go. Of course.
He's got a kind of tough-looking face.
Even the eye color is the same.
I hope he doesn't misbehave like someone we know.
Turning albedo into a dog, into a doge.
Welcome back, Momo.
It's good to be back.
Nah. Oh. I can't believe it,
I'm planning on
man.
living with Momo for a while. I'd like to ask you to protect her again should the need arise. What are your plans now?
Through the kindness of the representative trustee, I have been assigned to the Kukai Foundation. I'm to be stationed on the Durandal, and if Momo requests, I will be loaned out to her as a matter of priority. For that purpose, I will also be undergoing life extension.
Loan out, eh?
Really?
Which representative trustee made the request?
Yuli Mizrahi.
The little one, of course.
The little one.
You mean Little Junior, right?
He's not saying it, huh?
So, you're really going?
I don't believe this chain of events is truly over. And I'm concerned about that Ormus organization the Patriarch mentioned.
Of course. Your bookstore idea didn't last 6 months. I hope you won't be changing jobs again quite so soon.
I'll do the best I can. Although, I don't know if time will wait another 6 months.
Jin? Be careful, okay?
you can.
Welcome back, Shion! It sounds like a lot happened.
You can say that again. It's too much for a quiet engineer. I just want to take a nice long vacation.
Aw, Alan, your vacation will have to wait. You've got mountains of reports to fill out.
What? Are you serious?
Well, Cosmos, shall we get going? It's time to go home.
I see. So this is the Y data. But there's a great deal missing.
But both he and the UTIC organization have completely poured through the Realian's main database.
He only went as far as the subconscious.
Below even that, in the lowest level of the unconscious domain, are you saying the answer lies in the Unus Mundus?
Most likely.
Really? Well, I suppose we'll leave it at that for now. When the path to Lost Jerusalem is opened, Cosmos will awaken.
So, what will you do with him?
I said it was a shame, didn't I?
There you have it. Good news, huh, partner? Welcome, Weaver of the Eternal Circle of Zarathustra.
I am so lost, man. Okay. Guess I'll save the first one again. Confusion is the intended reaction. I don't know, man. Okay. Okay, let's see. All right, we're just back here. Okay. Let's see. Do you play it casually or do everything? I feel like at least for episode 1, I feel like I've been pretty thorough about it. The best I can. But for episode 2, I think I've played it pretty casually, I would say. I think I've rushed through it a bit. Because I feel that the quest part is pain in the ass, at least for me, because I realized that you have to use like specific characters to talk with the quest givers, and you can only trigger the quest with specific characters. Like maybe maybe the fishing one requires a male character, while you can't use a female character to trigger. And not all the time you have all the characters available in your party, so that's why I feel like it's a pain in the ass. That's why I didn't go with it. And also I'm a bit lazy. That's like one of the major part why I didn't do the quest. So I'm fine with it. And I would imagine the, what do you call it? The reward provided is either a decoder key or either that or a secret key which gives the skills or ether. I think skills, yeah, skills. So since I feel that I already have what I need on hand with what was given, the basics, I feel like it's already good enough. So I don't think, I feel like the rest, if let's say maybe some of it might be really useful, at least for the skill part, maybe you can get them from quests, but then I feel like it's fine where I'm at. So that's why I didn't think it would be a big deal. I didn't think of it from the completionist standpoint though. But yeah. Okay. A bit of a post commentary. I don't know. I feel like I'm gonna get flamed for the post commentary, at least for the second episode. Okay, first things first. As usual, I did a check on the from Uncle Google previously before I finish a game, of course. It was mentioned that around 28 hours for casual play if you just rush through the story. And I think we finished it around 31 hours. So I don't think it's that far apart. I think I did pretty well. Door wise, I feel like I've missed quite a lot there. Like around 4 or 5 doors. I think maybe 4 doors I've missed. And keys I've missed a lot. I've only managed to open like 5 doors or 6 doors out of 18 if I'm not mistaken. And if I recall correctly, completionist to do everything in the game, at least according to Uncle Google, is around like 55 hours or something like that. So that's quite a huge difference. That's like double the game duration in comparison with just going with the story alone. For context, episode 3 is good to start one more quest, not finish it, but just go through the opening dialogue box. Okay, I'm not sure what does that mean, but maybe once I get to it, I'll understand. Don't think I'll remember that for now. I'll try to remember. Okay. I'll see how it goes, at least on episode 3. Okay. For this one, I think I did pretty well with the timing. Since I'm not playing, since I didn't went for completionist, I think it's a pretty decent timing. Yeah. Okay. Story-wise, as usual, I am still lost. Even I would say the feeling is still the same. In comparing with me getting into Xenogears and into episode 1 and episode 2, I think the story is pretty, I wouldn't say straightforward, but still kind of short. As I feel like it's the same kind of feeling when I played in episode 1. Basically, we just started off in second Milsha where we stopped in episode 1. Second Milsha, do a bit of maintenance here and there, analysis, analyzing Momo, and there's an issue there. Met Albedo there. Albedo took the Y data. He turned into Udu. He went. He obtained the Y data. Went into second Milsha because he managed to open up the coordination with the Y data, with the help of a Y data, opening the coordination, going into second Milsha, and also we managed to go there. They managed to stop him. They still managed to get the Udu and all that. And we managed to see the patriarch or some shit, the church dude, and he was merging with Proto Omega or something. And there was a bit of a introduction towards the Testament or some shit. I think we'll see more of that character in episode 3 definitely. And at the end, we just use Rubido, and also we get to see it was linked to Ziggy. So Ziggy is a bit more relevant to the story now, as I mentioned, since he's relevant to the dude in the Testament or something. From the scene, we can probably imagine he's the one that killed his son, maybe, or something like that. Then after that, we can also see Rubido finally dealing with Albedo. Okay, at least for me, that was very, very underwhelming. I mean, very, very underwhelming ending. I can't tell like what's the ending dungeon, and I can't believe that was it. Like, it wasn't presented like well enough. There wasn't enough oomph there. Like, I can't believe they hyped out Albedo. Like, from episode 1, they hyped out Albedo so much, and Udo as well. Like, it felt like it was presented in a way where if Udo was reawakened, the world is going to end and all that bullshit, all that shenanigan. But then again, once Albedo linked together with Udo, it just turned out to be very disappointing. Very, very disappointing. That fight, man, and the problem with this kind of fight, like having a one character fight at the end, not having the rest of the team fight along with you at the end, making it a one person fight. The problem with that is the dissatisfaction from the players not having, like, after training all your mains, like, no matter who you main at the end of the game, like it doesn't matter who you main, like, but let's say if you were just to go with a junior at the end, you won't get to use like your other characters, like whoever you train very hard for, or maybe let's say it will even be more pissing for you if you were to accomplish everything, get all the skills, train all the skill points, get all the class point, the skill point, maxing everyone out, and then just to realize at the end of the game you're only using Junior in that fight, and that fight was very anticlimactic as well. I don't know how to feel about that. Like, I wouldn't feel as bad because I didn't train everyone to the point where everyone's like every character's like a completionist level. Like, I didn't max out everyone with their skills, with their levels and their stats and all that crap. I didn't min max everything, so it doesn't feel as bad for me. But I would imagine for people who didn't expect this, it would be really bad for them. The feeling will be even more shittier. Let's say if you max everything out, you take all the time to grind, all the time to max everything out, all the time to do all the quests, to get all those rewards, to get all those OP skills and all that shit. Like maybe even the robot parts, the Exodius part, right? And just to come to a final part of the game and just to realize that, what the fuck, that's the final boss. It still feels to me that what feels more like the final boss and the final dungeon, the feeling is still more towards the Patriarch, right? So let me think, like, what dungeon was that? The second Miltia. Wait, no. The Proto Omega. I don't even know what was it called. I did mention this once in the previous stream, that it just felt like the Patriarch like managed to operate the Proto Omega and destroyed second Miltia along with it, and something spawned or something. It wasn't mentioned like what the space was called. Like, was it like another kind of planet or another kind of I think it was called the Proto something or Omega something. I can't really recall. We were fighting on that thing, and then inside we met the Patriarch and fought with the Proto Omega or some shit. Like some kind of a final like area or something. I don't even remember what was the area called. It wasn't even mentioned. Like we know second Miltia, it's called second Miltia, right? But for that one, I don't think it was a brief. It was a mention. The Omega system. Oh yeah, okay. The Omega system. Proto Omega was a core. Oh, okay. Yeah, I wasn't. I feel like it wasn't really that presented very like clearly on that part. Maybe I'm just tripping, man. Maybe I just don't remember. But if you look from the save file, you can see like I think it was written there like the Omega system or something. But at least for going through the story, I don't think it was mentioned that much like the Omega system or something. It was very very brief. Like that part of the story was very very brief. So overall, the story as usual, it's short and confusing. I don't really know what to feel about it, and still, I don't know, man. The story, it feels like a pretty. I don't know how to feel about it. For me, it's still, it's pretty. It's kind of crappy for me because I'm still lost, man. So I can only remember like what I mentioned earlier. So that's pretty much what I remember from episode 2. And for presentation wise, it wasn't as great as well. I'm glad, at least in comparison to episode 1, there's the improvement of implementing OST in the game, at least. Because in episode 1, there was a lack of OST. And that was like the bad part for me, at least when I played episode 1. But if you're talking about presentation wise, I still feel like episode 1 is slightly better. I feel like episode 2 it wasn't done very well, but there are some improvements as well in the second episode. Like presentation wise, I would say the action part, the action part of the cutscene. I think it's done pretty decently. I think they put quite a lot of effort in it. It's not that bad. It's pretty cool. Like some of the scenes are pretty cool. Whether or not they are it makes sense or not, I guess that's a different story. But then again, at least the action part of the action part and the cutscenes it's pretty cool in this episode. That I have to give a bit of credit. But then story wise, again, I'm not really sure what to say about it. And of course, again, what I've complained about initially in episode 2, the character designs. I understand they're going for something new in episode 2, but I can't take Shion's face. But the most that I can't take is actually Cosmos character design. I feel like I guess people call it a glow down now. I can't take it, man. For Cosmos face, every time when there's a cutscene with Cosmos around, I can't, man. I just want like her to fuck off from the screen. I can't, man. Especially her new looks as well with the glass body. I can't take it, man. It feels so damn weird. She feels less like a cyborg now and more like half glass person. I don't know, man. It feels very weird. And their looks. I think some of them is still swallowable, like Junior or Junior and I guess Ziggy and Chaos. I guess they look fine, but the rest like Momo kind of hurts. At least if you remember how she looks in the first episode. The second episode she looks kind of weird. Shion, I understand her new looks with her clothes and all that. That one is fine. That part is fine. But her face just looks weird. And Cosmos as well. She just looks weird, man. She just looks weird in general. And of course their VA as well. The one that I can't swallow is of course Cosmos. She just sounds different. She sounds different. Her character doesn't sound much different. Like what I've been ranting about in this entire episode 2. Her character script, she still, at least her script still makes her feel like a cyborg. And that is fine. It's just that I think her voice acting sounds different. That's why it feels weird in the game. Okay, but Shion. As for Shion, I've already mentioned numerous times in the game where her character, for me, feels a bit inconsistent. It's not only about her VA. I know, like what Nkage mentioned, her VA is different. and the nuance is a bit different, how she speaks, but also her script. I feel like she feels a lot more inconsistent in episode 2. Because in episode 1, she feels like an entirely different character. She feels more like reserved, a bit more scared, a bit more scared, and a bit more she always has the engineer mindset and all that. She's always a bit more geeky, a bit more nerdy, and a bit of all those that I mentioned. Her character feels a bit more not so. I don't think aggressive is the right word. Like, not so like self confident. She doesn't feel like it's not sassy or anything in this episode 2. It's just something else. Like, she'll talk more like she's that kind of character where her eyes lit up when she talks about engineering and all that. But in this second episode, she feels totally different. She's not that kind of character at all. She's like something else for me, man. It feels like they forgot to look into like what's the core fundamental for her character. She like her script and how it's presented, how she's presented, at least in this episode 2, it feels entirely different. She feels like a whole different character. She's more, I can't even describe it well, man. Like, going through this game, I can just say she's different. And I don't like it. I don't like it when characters is inconsistent. I get it if a character is inconsistent, like they feel different when there's character development. But at least from where I understand, episode 2 picks off like right where we right where we stopped from episode 1. Like, there's no time skip, there's no anything else. There wasn't anything else in the middle part, like in between, where to show that they have any form of character development or anything like that. So that feels very, very weird. Because right where we picked off from episode 1, her character shouldn't feel this way. She feels very weird, very, very weird. So yeah, there's that. And other characters, I feel like for this episode, of course, the one that has the most relevant to the story, relevancy to the story, I would say it's Junior for sure. Junior, Momo, and as much as I hate to admit it, a bit of Shion. While the other three, I feel like they're just tagging along in this game. I feel like they're quite redundant to the story. Ziggy, and there is a bit there which I mentioned with the patriarch, introduction of the patriarch. It feels like it has a bit of something to do with Ziggy, and but overall, at least in the entire episode 2, Ziggy and Chaos and also Cosmos. Okay, Chaos there is a bit in the front part at least, because with the part where Chaos and what's his name, Jin, the character that I didn't use at all this whole game, other than that one part that is to kill Mergulis. Oh yeah, he's still alive. But the part where you use Jin, Chaos, and also Cannon in like the old Milsha, the front part, the 14 years ago, and he was kind of relevant there, but after that part, it feels like he's not relevant to the story anymore in this game. He's just tagging along. And of course, the biggest feeling of this redundancy, at least in this second episode, the highest point goes to Cosmos, at least for me. It feels like she doesn't even have 10 dialogues in this game, man. Whether if it's a cutscene or non-cutscene, it feels like she didn't even she didn't even say anything, man. This game, not much, not that I can recall, not that I can remember. It feels like she's not there, man, at all, this game. So with or without Cosmos, it doesn't feel like there's much of a difference. The third game literally has someone basically saying you still don't know what any of this means yet. That's funny. Oh well, good luck figuring it out. I kind of like it if a game like kind of drop you hints. Let's say if they don't make it too obvious, drops you hint and all that to make you think. But I feel like this one it feels too damn disconnected, and at least for me, because I'm not used to playing this kind of with this kind of setting in a way where they make it this confusing. So it always feels like am I missing a page? That kind of feeling while playing the game. So like on some other games, there are some other games where it doesn't really spoon feed you 100%. You can still they still drop you hints here and there, and you still, once you tie up, there's like a very like huge satisfaction. Like, oh shit. And that all comes down to presentation. Even if, let's say, even if they want to make this kind of storyline where they drop you hints and all that, they want you to tie it up yourself. I do understand that point of view, but then again, if you want to make that kind of concept in presenting a game, you have to tie up with a good presentation, like good to make it like impactful and memorable for the players. And I feel like, as far as I feel in playing Xenosaga 1 and 2, I feel like the presentation is not up to par. It's kind of weak. Like whether if it's OST wise or cutscene wise, or like the moment of revealing any point of important parts in the game where it's supposed to make the player feel, oh shit, god damn, that kind of feeling. I feel like Xenosaga has is not strong enough on that point in that regard. So as I mentioned again, if they want to make something this kind of concept in storytelling, they have to tie it up with good presentation. If they can't, then the players will definitely feel like okay, you know, okay, all right, like sure, I guess. At least that's how I feel. I know I'm probably gonna get grilled for it, but I don't really care because that's how I feel. So yeah, presentation wise, there's that. So all right, moving on. Well, at least for presentation wise, there's a bit on how they presented on quests and all that. I think this one depends on preference. If you're the kind of players that likes I would imagine some players out there would imagine this kind of quest line, how they presented the quest. Like you have to use specific characters to trigger the quest specifically, like maybe male or female or specific characters, or using some kind of condition or some shit like that. I think some players would enjoy it. I don't deny that, but it's not my cup of tea, so I can't really say I enjoy that kind of shit. That's why I didn't go for it. I think, as some of you know, well, maybe Nkage know, I won't really I'll try to play the game like in the way that I enjoy it. So if, let's say, I don't enjoy doing that part of the game, I probably wouldn't do it. Like, let's say in this case, like as I mentioned, I don't really enjoy doing the quests, like because of that reason. Because of I have to trigger specifically using a certain condition or certain characters, or I have to go look around. There's no quest marker or something like that. Well, episode 1 doesn't have a quest marker as well, but then you would know, like just from talking to people, like the characters and all that, you would trigger the quest and all that, and that's fine with me. That is still fine. I can still do it with Shion alone and all that. But let's say if I have to keep on switching all my character from my team, it's not like the entire game in episode 2 I have and my entire party anyway. Then only then, like, and I have to fulfill some kind of conditions or something like that to trigger the quest. I'm definitely not doing that. In my mind, that's bullshit. But of course, again, I think some people out there might enjoy this kind of setting, and I don't blame you. From my perspective, at least for me, it's not my cup of tea. So I guess this is just a preference thing. I think some people might enjoy it out there. Some people, like me, don't really enjoy it. And I feel like I've mentioned this a couple of times in the past, like playing other kind of JRPGs. I'm more of a spoon feed kind of guy. I've always played, at least since young, I've always played JRPGs that is a bit more spoon feeding. So I'm more used to that kind of setting. Call me a scrub if you want. I am a scrub. So, and yeah, there's that. Okay, moving on to the next part, combat wise. Okay, I feel like some people may not like this combat style. Because I would say traditional JRPG wise, would be more like something from the first episode of Xenosaga. Turn based, it was something like that, something like a Xenosaga 1. But I can see they're trying to make something different here again in episode 2. And I think, for me personally, it's quite good. I don't hate it. Honestly, I feel like, although I don't enjoy the story entirely and the presentation entirely in episode 2, I quite enjoy the combat for episode 2 and how they make it relevant. Like the weakness, the status effect. Okay, there is some problems. There is some problems. Again, there is some problems. Like the status effect. The status effect part. We wouldn't know what kind of status effect is caused to the enemy. I don't even know if it's possible to like do two kinds of debuff to the enemy. Because let's say if you let's say if you do one kind of debuff to the enemy, there is that ball on your head, right? Let's say, but then let's say if you do another debuff, I don't know if you have like another ball on the head or something. It because it doesn't tell like whether it doesn't make sure like what kind of status debuff you inflicted on the enemy, and you can't recheck. Let's say you're affected, you see the ball, but then after that, after a turn or two, you might forget like what shit you afflicted on the enemy, and I think that's like a small issue there. You wouldn't be able to check like if you're able to afflict like two kind of debuff as well or multiple debuffs. So I feel like it's a small issue. Of course, if you can see, like definitely it will improve the gaming experience, the entire battle experience. But I feel like that's a small issue there. And also like the same goes for if they do a status debuff to you. Like sometimes you can tell if there's like if you're inflicted with a light one first, there's a small white ball. Then after that they inflicted another one that turns it into a huge red ball. So you know you're inflicted by both of them. It doesn't override, but it just means that you're stuck with two kind of debuff. One is a light one is a heavy one. And there isn't really much information on what the debuff do. At least in this episode there's tons of debuffs. Like EPDD, EPPD, or some shit, and slow, and well that was there in episode 1, but there was a lot of other ones. So, and it kind of sucks that there's not really any description for it, so you don't really know like what effect it does. You kind of have to guess it yourself. But since there's no description, I would say it kind of sucks though, because it makes the player feels like they wouldn't want to deal with this status. They wouldn't want to deal any kind of status debuff, or they wouldn't really care about the status debuff thingy or affliction, because they wouldn't understand like what the fuck it's about. They will probably just brute force it instead. So I feel like that's kind of sad. Maybe if there's like a better understanding or better description on the status debuff and affliction, maybe players would like play around it more, like feel like it's more of a main core mechanic of the game. It is there, but in this game, but it feels like with or without it, it doesn't really like it feels like you don't really want to touch into it that much, because there's no description for it anyway. So yeah. And another thing is I'm not exactly sure, but I think using status debuff on enemy is more of a probability chance. I think it's based on your ether attack, if I'm not mistaken. Like, if you have a higher ether attack, there's a higher chance to inflict the freaking debuff to the enemy. That also means there is a chance where you use the skill and nothing happens. It doesn't work on the enemy. But sometimes it's because of a probability chance where it works, and sometimes it doesn't. That part kind of sucks, at least for me. because you are basically wasting one turn to cause a status debuff. I feel like it shouldn't be a probability chance, like based on your ETH attack or Ether attack or whatsoever. That kind of sucks though. It makes you feel like you don't want to do status debuff. It's not that it sucks. We can see the effect, of course. It will be fun, but then like, if you want to do something like this, you should make it in a way where, well, traditionally, in JRPGs, of course, I'm comparing again. I do understand that they're going for something different, but still, maybe you can do you afflict the status debuff no matter what. There's a 100% chance. There shouldn't be a probability chance, but maybe there's a mechanic where the enemy is able to negate the debuff or something, or there's a skill to negate, or maybe there's a way, maybe it's short the duration or some shit like that. Maybe you put in a mechanic where you can prolong the effects of the status debuff or something. If you manage to do some kind of mechanic or something, that will also make it very satisfying for the players. But then doing it this way is not the way to go. It's if you make it a probability wise thing, you wouldn't know if, because I would imagine it's not it's not applicable to all the enemies. Like, let's say for some bosses, they are not possible to debuff. I would imagine so. I did not test this. Of course, I did not test this 100%. Like, I did not spend 10 turns to try to debuff the boss and see if is it really 100% not working. Like, maybe debuff doesn't work on this boss or not. I did not try that, but I would assume so. Some bosses, I would assume that you can't afflict debuff, and with that in mind, along with this case where there's a probability to debuff a normal enemy or not, I feel like that's a problem. Like, that will make you feel like you wouldn't want to use a debuff anymore, because you wouldn't be able to check whether this boss is debuffable or not. I don't know if that makes sense or not. Since there's already a chance where there's a probability chance where you are able to inflict the debuff, and you wouldn't want to spend like 10 turns just to check like what the issue is. Like, is it because it's like this boss is non-debuffable, or because it's a probability issue? And it's not worth it to spend like 2-3 turns just to try it out, or 5 turns just to try it out, to keep on debuffing the boss. So I feel like the debuffing skills are all, it does have effect, but I would say because of this mechanic, it makes it like irrelevant. The players wouldn't do it. Like, there's no reason for us to do it. Like, it kind of sucks. That's all I can say. But then, at least we know the buff works on ourselves, and there's no probability. So at least at least for buffs, it's still pretty useful. And for sure, you can see if you watch maybe like at least the last stream or something, you would know they played a huge role in this. Other than this, the debuff part, which I don't want to talk about, the bad part, and there's also another small part of bad part about the combat. I'll talk about it in a bit, but at least for this one, everything else was pretty good. I like how they make the stock part, the boost part. Like, they make the stock part important to play into the boost, which is important to play into the staggering, and important to play into the weak points of the attributes and all that for the enemies. I think that's very, very wonderful. Even if you're slightly under level or don't have the right stats or whatever you want to call it, maybe you need the right skills to have the weakness of the enemy, the attribute, like the aura swords and all that. Let's say if you have the weakness, you know how to play into the mechanic and stagger and go with the weakness, you can deal like, I would say, along with the event, the crit event, I would say you can deal almost like 5 times your normal damage, comparing with no buffs, no weakness played, and no staggering, no down. What I mean is no downing the enemies, no airing the enemies. If you're just going with pure like hit and just tapping buttons without using any of these mechanics, I will feel like you will suffer a lot in this game. You will definitely suffer a lot. But at least for me, that part was very fun. Now, the small part that I mentioned, that was quite an issue, at least for me, in this episode 2. That is different from episode 1, at least on the combat part, is when you use your stock. Like, yeah, when you use your stock, like, you would want to count and be efficient with your stocks. So with that in mind, it's best if you, like episode 1, like you can cancel your, you will be given a choice where you can continue your combo or you can cancel your combo. But in this case, in episode 2, that's not the case. You have to be quick, and within the animation time of what you're doing now, you have to think of whether you want to continue your combo or not. But that's the sad part. If I don't see the damage dealt, like with the combo I'm using now, let's say a square, let's say their zone is a square, and I want to chain it with triple O or something, triple stock, and within the animation time of when I'm doing the square, that singular animation, I want to see the damage first. Then I'll think about whether if I want to continue using my stock to deal more damage or not, or like, because maybe I'm trying to time it with point events, as Enkage might know. That's what I've been trying to do like almost the entire game. Like, let's say I want to time it with my point events. I want to reduce the enemy down to possible to 1 hit in the next turn or something, so that I can boost on the point event turn. I'm always thinking about that, but I when you're attacking, you can't see the enemy's HP, so you kind of have to remember like what you start off with before you start to attack, like the enemy HP, and then you have to kind of guess like if your this double square attack is enough, like enough damage to reduce it down to leaving 1 attack to last hit in the next turn or something like that, or because you have to make your decision within that time window, that small window, that time frame on when you're using the double square attack. But if you don't make a decision by then, if you don't tap the O, or if you see the damage and if it's not enough, you think you can still squeeze 1 more O, use 1 more stock in, you can't, because once you see the damage dealt, that'll be your turn over. You can't use the stock. That's like one small that's like one part I have a complaint about this game. I feel like if they just do it like episode 1, where they give you the option to just stop the animation there and let you choose whether you want to continue with the combo or not. Like in episode 1, it's pretty much the same as using an AP, right? So you can think about whether you want to use your AP or not, like to continue to keep your AP, or to your action point to continue the combo or not. Like that was like one of the fun part. You can always think about like whether if you're going with this efficiently or not, or something like that. But in this episode 2, there's that small issue there. So yeah, there's that. So yeah, that's pretty much it about the combat part. I think it's pretty fun. Overall, I still feel like it's pretty fun. I like it, this one. I think it's pretty enjoyable. It's pretty nice. I like it. I don't know about other people's take, but personally I don't hate it. But there is a small, there is another thing I forgot to mention. The what do you call that? The partner skills, I think. Until now, after ending the game, the only partner skills I have is the one between Chaos and Jin. The ice thingy, the ice something. The one where they introduce the partner skills into the game. The one that one time. But other than that, I don't see anyone's else partner skill. I'm kind of lost, man. Yeah, the tutorial one, man. I feel like I'm missing that entire mechanic, the entire game, where you have to boost with someone else and to use the to use a double stock, I think 2 stock or 3 stock. I that's the thing, I can't even remember. I only use it once, like which is in the tutorial in Old Milsha. I can't even remember how many stocks you require to use for both members, but I didn't gain any other skills though throughout the whole game. I don't even know if it's like it. Okay, now we know at least it's not level based. Definitely not level based, because at least with this 3, unless you're trying to tell me that it's a specific, like you have to play like the character. Maybe the condition is to unlock. It's like maybe you have to play like 2 characters that may have a link skill. Let's call it a link skill for now. May have a link skill. Like the condition is to I don't know, talk to them, or I don't think so. I don't think that might be it. I don't think maybe you have to finish up an entire section in the skill. Like, remember the skill has like 4 levels, right? Level 1, level 2, level 3, level 4. Maybe you have to maybe it's just an I'm just guessing here. Maybe you have to get all the skills that, let's say, in level 1 between 2 characters. Then maybe you unlock something. I don't know, man. I until today I still don't know. They wanted you to be a 30 thief if you want the others. What? No, wait. Is that an awakening one? Is that what awakening was for? Awakening 1, 2, 3, 4? Nah, man. What the fuck? Okay. So that's what it is. Okay. I thought you mentioned, since you mentioned double ether, I thought it was I thought what you meant was the same as episode 1, where you can use a two combo at once, like the double buster or something. I thought what you mentioned was along those lines, like what the awakening is for, like double buster. But if it's for the dual, okay, I guess. I don't even know where the thief skill is, man. The tag team moves. I got none, man. Okay, what is a possibility? What is a coincidence? Like I don't think it's a coincidence though. Like, where I think there was four awakenings in total, up to the patriarch one, the church dude. I think he has awakening 4, and at least based on RNG, I didn't got any at all. There was 4 of them, and I didn't got any. I got 0 of them. Even though if it's a rare item, like, shouldn't I at least get 1 out of 4 based on possibility wise? What the fuck? Okay, let's say if it's locked into steel only, then I guess I kind of understand. But that kind of sucks though. That part of the game, that kind of sucks. Like, if you think about it, there are players like me who totally don't care, or maybe miss out, or don't care about the steel mechanic, about the steel skill. I mean, I can see from the bosses they are the rare drops, which is the awakening. I can see for sure, but then I don't care enough to do it. Like, I don't care enough to either keep on retrying, or either keep on retrying, or to figure out how to get it. Like, in this case with the thief skill. People don't even analyze bosses. What? Nah, man. I don't know how many times you're gonna retry the game. Like, how difficult you're going to play the game if you don't even analyze the bosses, man. Nah. I feel like they make analyzing very relevant in this second episode. I like it a lot. In the first game, it doesn't really matter. Like, it doesn't matter as much. You can brute force your way in the first game, in the first episode. In this game, the resistance is too damn high. Let's say if you're not using what their weakness are and all that, you are fucked, man. You are fucked. You are dealing like 10 times lower damage if you're just purely relying on down and all that. Like, you can see, like, from some of the bosses, I can deal like 20,000, like, with a full setup. All 3 stocks for all the characters, and 3 boosters and all that. I didn't even use my items, man, like the charge boost, the boost max or some shit, to make up the boost up to 5. I didn't even use those, man. But let's say with a full setup, default setup, you're able to deal like 20k damage. I would say close to 20k damage if you play around with the buff, the debuff, the weakness, and all that crap, that shenanigan. you're able to deal that much damage, and I feel like that's pretty good. that's like the fun part about this game. Like it does make a huge difference, like almost a 5 times of damage. You know the funny part is, let's say for let me think. Okay, I can't really recall for Chaos. Like, let's say if you look into the attribute type for Chaos, I think he might be Strike, or maybe maybe nothing. It's just nothing. It's just an aura. But as I know, for Junior, he has a Pierce attribute, but non-elemental. So the reason why Junior is so freakishly strong, at least in how I feel about this game, Junior is freakishly strong. Like, let's say for Momo's case, I don't think she has like a strike or strike. I think, or slash. I know slash is for Cosmos, that's for sure. And strike maybe is for Ziggy mostly. Strike and a fire. I think he has double attribute. But for Momo, I can't really remember. I can't even go back in and check anymore because I feel like this one is a point of no return, so I can't really check anymore. I can't really see the previous all the other teammates stuff. So oh well. But from what I can remember, I feel like Momo is only ether based. Like her attack is only ether based. But for the rest, okay, I'll give you an example. Let's say if the boss is it says he's weak to ether attack, and then fire. Then you can just use fire sword for Momo. Then that will deal the maximum amount of damage. But that's only like one, I would say, 2 weakness. Just imagine it as 2 weakness. Some bosses or enemies, they don't have a. It doesn't specify. It doesn't specify it doesn't specify weak to physical or ether based attack. It's just empty there. It only tells you like what attribute, like maybe fire. So you can imagine in this game, it's like let's say, so maybe it doesn't have any resistance to either physical or ether based. Maybe they deal like the equal amount of damage. So you don't deal extra damage whether you're using either of them. So you can use fire sword for every other character. All 3. Whether if it's Momo or it's Junior or if it's Chaos or whatsoever. Okay. Until today, I think Chaos one would be overridden if you use fire sword. I don't know if it still does the aura damage. I feel like maybe it does both. Either that or it's been overridden. At least within the duration of the buff, you deal like fire damage. I'm not exactly sure, but definitely you have the buff with you when you're using it. At least for Chaos, so you can deal. You basically deal 1 weakness type, which is fire weakness. Whether you're using Momo or Junior in this case, if you're using a fire sword for everyone. But let's say the boss weakness is written weak to physical attack, and then fire. Let's say if you use in this case Ziggy or maybe Junior, as I mentioned. Whether he's pierced or not doesn't really matter. But the fact is that he's physical attack and you can cast fire sword. That means you're dealing 2 weaknesses. And that makes quite a huge difference actually for the damage. Like instead of maybe dealing 100 or 200, maybe you can deal like maybe instead of 100 you can deal 200. If you down him, maybe you can deal like 400. If you crit down, maybe you can deal like 800 or something like that. For double weakness. But let's say if the boss has a pierce and then attribute weakness, because there's like 2 kind of attribute, right? The game is like subcategorized into 2 different kind of attribute. Even though it's mentioned their attribute, but then it's actually categorized into 2. So it's like, first there is the elemental attribute, which is fire, aura, ice, and also thunder, which is thunder for Shion, fire for Ziggy, and aura for Chaos. And then what's the other one? Ice. I don't know. Maybe for Jin. I don't know, man. I have no idea. Probably not Cosmos, not the three that I main. So I have no idea. Maybe there's no one that has a normal attack that has a ice attribute. I have no idea. But and then the other subcategory of weaknesses attribute in this game is the slash, strike, and pierce. This three. So there's 7 in total. So let's say some bosses have pierce, fire, and then weak to physical. And you can use Junior to cast a fire sword. Just use attacker buff. And then that's dealing like 3 kind of weaknesses for the bosses. And that deals a shit ton of damage. Like every time when I do that, along with downing him, and let's say if I were to stack up the multiplication for let's say fire buff. Let's say I put fire sword on everyone and go for the AC fire multiplication like times 10 or something until I think you can pretty much do until like times 13 before the buff runs out and the multiplier goes away. When you go to that point and the last hit you use Junior to attack, the amount of damage you deal in this fucking game is a shit ton. Like close to 2k per hit. 2k, 2k, 2k. Maybe if it's a crit, then yeah, 2k, 2k, 2k or some shit. And that just shows how much of a big difference you can do in the game if you play along with the mechanic. And I think it's pretty satisfying. I like it, this one. So I think it's pretty amazing, this one. I don't hate it. I don't hate it at all. At least for the combat. I think they've done quite well. If you don't, let's say if you're someone who don't pay any mind to the mechanics at all, I feel like you're gonna struggle a lot in this game. The only thing I'm struggling is not dealing enough damage. But of course, if my 3 mains, let's say, there's like 1 or 2 enemies you can probably see from the game, from the stream, like I struggle with. Because like 3 of my mains, they don't deal well with that specific kind of enemy. They don't have my 3 mains don't have a weakness for that specific kind of enemy, then I'll struggle. But other than that, let's say if I have at least one character who has a specific kind of weakness that deals the weakness to the enemy, or at least I can deal with I can take the attribute into account, like the fire, ice, or some shit, that I can always use the sword, ice sword, fire sword, or some shit to take that into account and use that skill, or attack, or whatever you want to call it, or ether. Oh yeah, ether. Then damage isn't an issue in this game. The problem is I feel like the defense. You probably get wrecked like pretty quick in this game. Since healing is kind of static, there's no, at least from what I know, there's no max heal skill. So honestly, it doesn't really matter. It doesn't really matter if you pick like Cosmos or Ziggy, in a sense, where you have like 2k plus HP. Maybe initially, like starting off battle, you can tank like 2 or 3 hits before dying, but honestly, it don't really matter because healing is kind of static. It's in comparison with your ether attack. Let's say Ziggy has a shitty ether attack, his healing will be low anyways. Like maybe 600 or 500. Medica 2, 500. Comparing to like the main 3 that I have, those 3 have pretty decent ether attack. Those 3 can heal like 700 or some shit. So since there's no max heal, there's not really any reason for you to pick a character with a high amount of max HP. It doesn't really matter. Because once you get, yes, you can tank more hits in the start, but once you go into the middle of the battle, it doesn't really matter. It doesn't make a difference. Like, since your healing is static, it's the same as it's the same as having the healing potion heal like 300, 700 or some shit. It doesn't change anything. Unless the only difference it makes is the items. If you're using like a max HP of 2k, maybe you can use the item which is Medica DX, maybe 50%. Okay, that does make a difference, like 1k healing. But then again, in this game, the specialty of this game is you can't really rely entirely on items because you can't buy, you can't replenish anything. So I'm always hoarding. I'm always hoarding, and I'm always feeling that I'll only use on cases where I really think I can't do it. and I can't like I can't spend my time like focus to increase my EP slowly. In those kind of cases where it's I'll use those. Basically, I think I've only done it on the Patriarch battle more, and the battle before the Patriarch, which is the church one, the cathedral looking boss, the one with the tree angel looking one. I think those two bosses are the only one that I use a lot of items, and for me, at least for me, in my mind, that Patriarch one is the final boss for me, at least, because that was tough. That was really tough, and it was a very fun battle, but it was very tough because my character keeps on getting one tap. I can't keep on with the heals and all that, and I keep getting like one tap. Especially Momo. Momo keeps on getting one tap. It was crazy, man. But it was a fun battle. It was fun. I like the mechanics for the bosses. Like it makes you like figure out what kind of shit they're trying to pull. The Patriarch one was okay, but I feel like the most interesting one is definitely the one before the Patriarch, the cathedral one, the church one. That boss is very, very interesting. Although in my case, I kinda brute force it, but nearing the end of the battle, I feel like I kinda figure out what the mechanic for it was. I think since the boss like switch between a male and female and all that, I feel like you're supposed to use either a male or female to attack. So it's actually asking you to keep changing your party members. Keep changing your party members around depending on the bosses. Like whether you're planning to have like Ziggy, Chaos, and Junior or Jin in your team, or you have a Cosmos, Momo, and Shion in your team to fight. Because the boss keeps on switching between a male and female, right? And then let's say if you were to use not the right kind of gender to fight, he will counter you. With or without a boost on hand, the boss will counter you. And then you'll definitely get damage because you get 100% countered. So I feel like that boss was very interesting. It took me a while to figure it out. Like definitely way over midway of the battle, but almost close to like a third of the battle. I feel like I've only realized the mechanic. But by that point I feel like fuck it. My other characters don't have the right skills anyway, so I just brute force it. I don't have Medigaku for the other characters as well, so fuck it. So I just brute force. I just tank everything and still won. Holy shit. That was a very, very freakishly tough battle. That was very fun. That one feels like second last boss and final boss for me, at least for me. Very, very fun. Fun shit. Okay. But then yeah, there are some disappointing stuff like the Proto Omega, the Udu, the Albedo. I don't know, man. Overall, okay. Overall, I would give out of 10. I would give 5 out of 10. I would say, considering everything in the game, story wise, presentation wise, one part that was a saving grace. If it's not because of the combat, I would definitely give a below average kind of rating for this game. But the combat was definitely the saving grace. Like one of the other reasons why I didn't really, also because I hate doing the quests. Like it's not my cup of tea. Like this kind of setting, this kind of concept. I mean, into doing the quests. It's also because I enjoy the combat. That's why it's like I just try to play the game and get into combat as much as I can, because I really do enjoy the combat. So the combat for this game was definitely the saving grace. The mechanics and all that. It's very fun. Like figuring out the skills, the skill tree, the points and all that. The most important one, if you can have the beam code, very important. If you knew, but that again, it's a try and error thing. You wouldn't know until you fight the bosses. So if you want to do it first try, you wouldn't know anyway. So the beam code to make you survive, and the other codes, if you want to look into it, the slash or strike codes or some shit. I don't know, man. And maybe the elemental code. But again, try and error. So if you don't want to do it that way, then if you want to do it first try, going into the experience firsthand, you don't rely on those. So yeah, the other parts of the mechanic, the weakness, I can't imagine anyone playing into that two battle, which is the church dude, and the one before that, the cathedral, the church looking shit. Those two battle, if let's say someone who doesn't play into the mechanic of the game, I don't understand how they do it, man. I don't think there's any way to like brute force those two battle. I would imagine it's very, very tough. You the church dude boss has like close to 50k HP. I don't know how you gotta mow that down without going with the weakness. That's crazy. That's crazy talk. Like, let's say if you don't do the staggering, you don't do the zone thing, you don't do the you don't do the elemental thing, the attribute, the weakness thing, you don't analyze it, bruh. There is no way, man. There is no way. I can't imagine it, man. That's pure suffering. I feel like that's not the intended way of how they want you to play the game at all. That's just sad, man. Yeah, like that's the fun part when fighting a boss. Is you're always trying to figure out whether it's a 3-digit zone, not three alphabet zone or 4 alphabet zone. It's either one of these two. It's always 3 alphabet zone or 4 alphabet zone. I don't think there's a 5 alphabet zone. So it's always fun to figure it out. And that boss, when it changes from female to male or male to female, it has a different zone. It has a specific 4-letter zone for when it's a male, and it has a 3 alphabet zone when it's a female. So that's very, very interesting. I like that mechanic, man. Damn, I think that was done pretty well. So yeah. Anyways, for moving on, the OST wise, I think this opening OST is pretty good. This title screen OST, you can say title screen OST is pretty decent, but throughout the game, whether if it's impactful enough and a fitting OST and all that, I feel like throughout the entire game, you just have an OST. So you have an OST there. It's better than no OST. But then the thing is, whether if it's a fitting one or not, or whether if it packs a punch or like it's presentable enough and all that, not really. It's pretty suboptimal. If you ask me, is there any other OST other than this specific OST that I remember in the game, other than this title screen OST? I'll say no. I literally don't remember any other OST. That's just how it doesn't make a difference to me. So so yeah. Yeah, that's pretty much it. I can't even remember if the final boss has a different kind of OST or not. Okay, I don't even know if I want to consider Albedo as a final boss, but let's say the Patriarch one. I can't even remember if there's a different OST for him, but yeah. But anyways, all in all, it's still a pretty fun experience because of the combat. At least for me. The combat wise is pretty fun. I love it. It's it's pretty damn fun, man. Yeah. I don't know if anyone else has the same perspective, or maybe same maybe they think the same way, but I feel I'll get grilled for this post commentary, but yeah. I feel like this episode 2 for Xenosaga is like the longest post commentary that I did. I feel like there's like a lot to talk about for this one. I think it's a good thing as well. It's memorable in that sense for me, because I'm able to talk a lot here. Not because it's good, like good. Everything is good. If everything is good, I won't say much about it, but there are some bad parts, and and all that. And there's a lot to compare as well, comparing to episode 1. That's why. Yeah. But anyways, that's it for the post commentary. Yeah. 5 out of 10. I guess I'll be looking forward to episode 3. But again, because of 9 to 5, I don't know. I'll see. Actually, it's still quite early today. I don't know, since I'll be starting later at 9 my time. So I still have like 8 hours until then. I don't know. Should I start now? Like, should I start Maybe I'll rest for an hour and then I'll start. I don't know. Maybe I'll think about it. There's still time. Maybe I can start a bit, like just barely get into it, like maybe an hour or two in episode 3. Then I'll stop there. I'll think about it and I'll write it in the server again, in the Discord server. Anything else I'll just update. Maybe I'm thinking maybe I should like catch a bit more sleep before I start the day later on. But since there is still quite a long time, I can maybe I haven't downloaded the third game though. I have to look into it. I'll probably update again in the Discord server to see whether if I want to go for it again. Maybe I'll go for it again today because I feel like I didn't play anything today. Feels like shit, man. God damn. It's basically just walking around with Rubido and have some albedo moments there and get to see some hot albedo moments without any shirt. That's pretty much it. God damn it. All right. Well, that's pretty much it. Okay. Thank you to anyone who dropped by during the stream. I hope you enjoyed it. It's not really a long stream. There's not really much gameplay this time around, but it's mostly just me talking about post commentary. But yeah, hope you enjoyed the stream, even if it's just a bit. Anyone's gonna sleep around this time? Good night and sweet dreams. And yeah, hope you had a great day before this and also a great day ahead as well. And other than that, don't forget the most important thing. Don't forget to take care of yourself and drink more water. Hydrate, hydrate, and hydrate. All right, thank you very much. I'll update on Discord server again. I'll look into episode 3 in a bit after this stream, and then I will see whether if I will stream again. Maybe get into episode 3 right away, just a bit. Before the day ends, before the day starts for me later on. Okay. Anyways, GG. Good game. No matter what it is still a JRPG. It is still an experience. Not the worst in my book. But it's just that if you were to compare, it's not as great as well. So, okay. I get the hate though. But, like, it's not that bad. It's still playable. It's still pretty fun. I still enjoy parts of the game. So, yeah. Anyways, GG, good game, well played. I'll see y'all, I don't know when I see you. Maybe later, maybe tomorrow. Yeah. Good game. Have a good one, mates. Take care, y'all. Bye. Ciao there.